Alright, let's get started here. We're gonna start with some Splunky, I think. Alright, so before we start some housekeeping stuff, I started actually using my YouTube channel, so here it is. Hold on one sec, let me pop it on my screen. I'm pretty excited about it. One sec. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I have 2 videos out. Feel free to check them out. These are from stream. Excuse how horrible this thumbnail is. That's my first try. I think it's kind of funny though, so I'm gonna keep it around. It got 9 views. Can't complain about that, right? Second one maybe needs more because it's so generic, but yeah. I also, if you're interested, have a playlist with my stream VODs. There's only 27 in here. I have about 40 or 50 stream VODs total, but I'm gonna be adding them in slowly. It just takes a while to add them all in. I just had a folder on my desktop with them all, and I was like, I just stare at it every day and go, I should probably upload those somewhere so I can delete them. But yeah, so that's all being done. I think everything will be set up in completely set up in a day, maybe. You know, not much more I'm doing other than uploading VODs and doing some stream highlights. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get these out as often as possible. Maybe once every. I'm gonna try once every 2 days, maybe. We'll see. I probably won't have enough content to keep that up totally consistently, but I'm gonna try and keep a steady flow of stuff coming out, because that's the best way to do it. So yeah, first 2 topics are, as you can see, Kamala Harris's favorability, Republicans hiring fascists. I realize this thumbnails are actually good because I'm implying they're the fascists. They are the fascists, but they're not the fascists I was talking about. I'm talking about the people they hired, but it looks like I'm calling them that. But regardless, it's fine. I think it's pretty good for the first few tries, and it's cool because I'm getting to learn some editing, all that. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, I'm gonna want to get some water before I start. I'm out of coffee. I need a water now. But yeah, it's been honestly pretty fun learning how to make thumbnails and edit. Still very new at it. Only about maybe an hour, 2 hours tops involving that. But yeah, it's cool. I'm especially excited to get better at thumbnails because those are such a huge part of a video doing well, obviously. So it'll be interesting to do some trial and error on that. Yeah. Let's see, is there anything else to talk about? I guess just, yeah, if you're interested, please subscribe, and more will be coming. Also, while I'm at it, let's see. Here I am on Twitter. Follow me. This is my account. I tweet random shit, sports if you're interested, but mostly politics. Yeah. Feel free to support if you are interested. Moving on from that, let's get into games. We're gonna start with some Splunky, as per usual.
Hey Emily, you want to watch the second Knives Out with us?
And let's see if you enjoyed that music.
Okay. Do you know who had taken bacon out and was defrosting it?
Oh, that's me.
And here it is. This is the song I was playing. This is a song called Yado In, which is a Mother 3. It's like a track from Mother 3. It's great. They have such great music in that game. What's it called? Sorry, I got distracted by. I was listening to the background. Regardless.
Hey Charles, before you go.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Mother 3 just has such great soundtracks and stuff. Like I just use them for every stream at this point. I'm gonna maybe try and use stuff from other games too. There's some other games I like. Oh, I just realized I do not have my audio on for this.
So you have some place to put
Here it is. But yeah, I just love Mother 3 music. It's so good. Alright, let's get this going. Oh, sorry, I read something on my monitor. Bro, basketball got so messy today. There was a fight in the game, in the Timberwolves game. It's kind of funny. A guy named Rudy Gobert punched another guy, Kyle Anderson. Crazy stuff. If you're into basketball. I might honestly talk about basketball at some point. We're about to go into the playoffs. It's really cool shit, in my opinion. Sorry, one sec. Sorry, I'm just literally reading a Discord while on stream. My bad. Oh, there's no one here. It's fine. Okay, now let's get going here. We're probably gonna try some. What am I gonna try here? I might just do a speed lunky, honestly, since I suck at Cosmic Ocean, and we'll try it. I had an okay run going off stream the other day, but it did not amount to anything. I'll play this character. What's her name? Liz, I think. I like this character. Oh, I should turn on. Am I overexposed? I am. How's that? I need to work on my video setup. That looks okay. I'm just worried about being overexposed. Ooh, can't get. Let's get that light out of the frame. Okay. I should put something in my background to backlight me, but regardless. Oh, I wasted 20 seconds. Whoops. Let's get this going. I don't like where I've set up my microphone today. It's kind of in my way. I see it in the corner of my eye. I don't like it. I do not. That's okay. I'll fix it between levels. Okay. Cool. Actually, I'll fix it right now. I like to have it a little lower, I guess. So it's not really in my view. How's that? Test, test, test. That's okay. Oops. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Good first level. Hope everyone's having a good Easter. My mom set up a little Easter egg hunt. It was pretty cute. Nothing crazy. But it was fun. Just a little silly little thing, you know. Ooh. And also a good Ramadan and a good Passover, obviously. Because it's kind of surprising. They're all they've all coalesced on the same day. That doesn't usually happen. Oh, this is the level with the key. Oh, there's the key right now. How do I want to go about this? Let's see. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Are you kidding? That did not. Oh. Huh. Oh wait, this wasn't the daily anyway, so we'll call that a practice run. I just realized I wasn't on the daily anyway, so it's fine. Here we go. That was embarrassing. That was a really weird way to die. Oh, this is where am I? Online. Oh, here we are. Daily. Whoops. There we go. And we'll play. Let's go with J. Why not? Let's go. Let's get crazy. Let's get a little wacky and wild with it. Let's see. What's going on in my life that I want to talk about? I haven't been able to get to the gym very much, which I'm sad about. Oh, I was not paying attention. God damn it. Because my car. Well, there goes this run already. My car is in the shop, so I haven't been able to get to the gym because I feel weird borrowing people's cars. They don't seem to like it, so I don't ask as much as I would like to borrow people's cars. So, my brother or my dad and sister both have cars, but I do not ask that much. It sucks I couldn't find the pet, because it would be nice to not be on one health. Well, there it is. I'm honestly gonna sacrifice here. Probably. Because fuck it. I've already taken so much damage, it's just, I'm gonna try and play aggressive. You know? What do we have in the shop? Bombs. I'll take the bombs for sure. No problem with that, you know? Okay. Has this fired? It has not. Almost definitely not. Okay. Cool. There goes. Okay. Oh no, I fucked that up. That placement. Oh wait, it didn't matter. Okay, I thought he would be super pissed. Okay, we're good. Fuck, man. Ah, god damn it, I fucked this up. Oh my god, man. I'm fucking so frustrated. You gotta be fucking kidding, man. Oh my god. That went poorly. All those trying to sacrifice something. Well, okay, I'm running out of time here. I need to hurry. Ay, this is not going well. Okay, about that. This run has gone about as bad as it could have so far. Okay. I'm fucking furious. I'm playing so bad, man. Okay. Huh. So somehow this run is not dead, but it might as well be the way I'm playing. KKK? I keep on saying that. That's not good. I should not be saying KKK. Okay, maybe. Oh! I suck. That's the second daily in a row that I've totally botched. It sucks. Oh my god. Alright, well, we'll do a few more runs. Hold on. Oh, here we are. Or do I want to? Let's do one more. And then I might play a different game. For a little bit. I might as well have done Speedlunky for how quick that run went. Okay. Okay. Whatever. I was considering whether to let the pet take damage there. I was like, eh. It probably was the incorrect decision to allow that to happen, but it's not the end of the world. If I do end up killing that pet, though, I will regret that. But right now, I'm sure it's fine. Surely it'll live. Surely. Here, I can just go down there. We're going down here because there seems to be a lot of money. Not as much as I was hoping, not gonna lie. But it's okay. I didn't waste any resources to get it, so. Whew. Oh, I can't even get that. Not easily, anyway. Oh, nice. The pet lived. I almost want to waste a bomb for that. That looks pretty juicy. In fact... Fuck. Cool, cool, cool. Pet took 1 damage there, I think. Ooh. Cool, cool, cool. Why am I saying things in like fucking threes? I'm going cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Where's the, is it up there? Yeah, it is. That's a problem. How the fuck am I gonna get up there? Well, it's gonna have to be a bomb. God damn it, man. I fucked that up pretty bad, but it's okay. Those skill throws are hard. At least I had a lot of bombs to spare, right? So it's like, not the end of the world. I got a minute here, so I'm good. That's such a weird spot for an arrow trap to be. I just noticed. I don't think I've seen them generated in that type of way before. Alright. What are we doing? Good on money, honestly. Pretty good. Oh, I wasn't watching. I was looking up. Trying to see if there's anything up there. I took damage I shouldn't have. Okay. So those are both fired, so that's good. Okay, so there is the thing. No, that's a shop, actually. I already have the thing. What am I thinking? The Ujadai. Ooh, that is a beautiful shop. We will be partaking in buying things there. We'll probably buy everything, honestly. Okay, we can just drop that. The only problem with this run so far is there's no Kali statue, unfortunately. Why not, right? Like, honestly, literally, why not? Give me a reason. There is none. Good run so far. Lost a lot of money in that level, obviously, but it's not the end of the world. The only thing I'm really missing right now is, oh, damn it. What's it called? Obviously money, but also bombs. And the Kapala also, but this run's coming together, though. Even with all those components missing, it's like not the end of the world. It's a kind of weird level. Ooh. Fired already, cool. Alright, we need to hurry a little bit. Come on. I fucked it up. Whatever. I fucked it up. I want him to blow up that side because I like getting things from both sides. Because like there's usually the scarabs and shit, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see, where are we going? We want to go jungle probably. Or do we even want to go jungle is the question. Oh wait, I forgot the fucking thing. I only have 30 seconds. I need to hurry. I would like to get the cape from the caves. We're gonna go, whatever it's called. Fuck it, we're going this way. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I don't have time. Shit. Okay, that went well. Jesus, there's a lot going on right now. Here's the key. No skeleton key. Okay, let's get the money then. Why not? Fuck. Oh, that's fine. That didn't kill though. I would like that guy dead so I can absorb his bones. That's how you get the health. You absorb the bones. I didn't mean to whip. I wasn't thinking and I whipped. I was too busy talking about absorbing the bones. That sucks. That run was fun. Alright, we're gonna move on. Sorry, I got distracted again. I was reading something on my Discord and I totally forgot I was streaming. I just got laser focused on it. Oh, what's this? Huh. Okay. Anyway. We're gonna play this game. It's called Dave the Diver. It's very fun. I should have streamed it on Twitch from the very beginning of me playing it, but I put about 3 hours into it. It's very fun. I'm not gonna restart though, but I will play from where I am. Let me change the title. And my category. Cool. And let's get it going. If it will open. I love Mother 3 music. Got that shit stuck in my head now. Give me one moment here. Sorry about the black screen. 1 second here. Just checking something. How do I do that? What am I trying to do? Oh, here we go. Okay, let's get going. Your music in this is wavy. Alright, what am I doing? I gotta find the Sea People Stone Tablet. Gotcha. Yeah, right now what's happening in the game is I discovered these people called the Sea People, who are people who live in the sea. Crazy. And I gotta find some evidence of them, I guess, for a scientist. For science. And I think I know where I'm supposed to go. Huh? I hear a loud noise from over there. I should go check things out. Sure. Hey, why do you keep bothering these dolphins? So you're the one who keeps interrupting our plans. I can tell just by your silhouette. You need to be taught a lesson. You better be ready. Alright. Bro, why is that dolphin pink though? Yo, there are actually pink dolphins though. I think there's like a type of dolphin that lives in the... Oh, this is super loud. I'll have to fix it after the sentence. One second. Oof, I was just looking to scare them. Oh well. I'll have to see if I can defeat them. Alright. One sec. How do I, I'll just beat him and then deal with it. Lagging, what the heck? Bro, got his ass. Good stuff. Oh shit, I got an achievement for that? Ugh. We're retreating for the day. You'll hear from us again. Alright. Yo, I just fucking... They should allow you to ride the dolphin. Go faster or something. Yo, there was the octopus earlier in the game. I was so sad when he went away. I wanted him to follow me everywhere. Alright. Rusty dolphin necklace. Bro, where's this dolphin getting this from? He keeps on giving me shit. Huh? It left something like an old charm. I should identify it later. For sure, man. Okay, I need to fix this audio. Can I not do it from here? Like... I guess I have to be in the boat because I need to access my phone. That's annoying. But it's okay. Oh, is this the No, this isn't. Where's the area where we blew up the wall? Oh, I was not paying attention. That's where I think I need to go. Oh, I meant to shoot it with my harpoon. Whoops. I'm pretty sure that's where I need to go. I'm not certain. But I don't remember exactly where that is. It's on one of these walls here. Bro, why is the game lagging though? It wasn't lagging when I was playing alone. But now it is. Oh, I need air too. Oh, this is where the barracuda and shit is, and the buzzsaw shark. I'm not vibing with that. Okay, I need to get around him. Oh god. I hate quick time events. I'm just trying to get around him, bro. I'm so bad at quick time events. I could have easily lost that. Okay, we're good. Damn, I really wish I knew where I was going. Like it's over here, but I don't remember. Bro, oh, you gotta... What? How does that work? I don't know what it was wanting me to do. Okay, here we are. We're good. Just getting a little worried there. Are you kidding, man? Bro, leave me alone. You're not him. Oh, I need the lionfish too, that's right. Totally forgot about that. It's over here, right? Where I blew up the wall somewhere. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. But I'm not sure. I just realized, I didn't notice this earlier. You get the little burst speed. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I got that recently. I was like, I swear that wasn't there before. It actually wasn't. It actually wasn't. What's in here? That's useful. I need to find more lionfish. Bro, I hate this guy. Get him out of my way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not looking around where I'm supposed to. What is it I need? I don't remember. Where do I see it? Whatever. Oh, here it is. Find the Sea People's stone tablet. Maybe that's deeper than I think it is. I think that's a decent chance. Bro, the VODs in this game are great though. 1 sec. Alright. Was it here I blew up? I don't remember. I feel like it would point me in the direction if it was not obvious. I'll take the sword. Log. Oh, what? Oh, there's a fucking lionfish. Oh my god. I needed that anyway, so I guess it's convenient. Speaking of what I need these because there's like a... Fuck. It's like a thing, yeah. I need 4 more, or 3 more of those. Whoops. Here's one. Yeah, I need to keep an eye out for these. It's super easy to miss. I'm gonna go deep. wiggle the mouse, I guess. Bro, I can carry so much now. That's crazy. Let's find this goddamn tablet. I have no clue where it is. Zero clue. It's probably in the depths. TBH. Okay. I think if I go to the right, I can go deeper, or if to the left. I think there's like 2 entrances, right? We'll go to the left because I don't want to deal with the saw shark. Now there's some air, which is important. Need that. Oh. Wow, I actually got hit there. That's crazy. I gotta say, the fucking currents are really annoying. Bro, are you fucking... I'm actually tilted right now. Barely enough time to actually get that. I'm gonna pop that and pick up the speed thing. And we'll go. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Oh, I'm gonna hit that. Love that. Well, we made it around anyway, so it's not a big deal. I wish I had a good idea where this tablet was, though, because I'm really curious. I'd like to progress the story. What was he cooking? Oh, that's new miso. Yo, I've had miso soup before. That shit's mad good. What's that? No, that's not work. But I'll pick it up anyway. Look at the Trevally, bro. This guy looks dope. Okay, oh, there's the, tiger shark. Not what I wanted, but it's okay. Yo, get him stuck in the wall, though. This fucking wave thing is. I wish I knew. Because each time it pops up, I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? I never figured out. Okay, we need ammo. I knew there was some over here. I remember. This and pick up the bomb. Because, sure, why not? Can set these up. How do I, oh, it's remote activate. I didn't realize. Because the other ones were the sensor bombs. So slow on that one. That's fine though. He really didn't do much damage, so that's fine. I do not have very much room in my thingy, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm not gonna pick up the other half of the tiger shark because who cares? It's very heavy, so it's like, I don't know. I hope this is the thing. Okay, it's that. I'm just gonna set this last bomb. Just fucking get rid of it. I don't know if there's even any reason to setting it off, but why not? have all of this I need, but I'll pick up some. Okay, I needed one. Oh, I guess I already had one. Oh, there's a... That looks like a... What's it called? A frilled shark right there. That's cool, I didn't know those were in this game. I really need oxygen right now. Oh, these guys actually move towards you, huh? That's pretty cool. Yo, look at this shit. Bro, what? How am I supposed to expect that to happen? Oh my god, man. I'm pissed. I was just looking for fucking oxygen. How am I supposed to know the jellyfish is gonna explode on me, bro? Oh, that's tilting. Bro, how did 15 minutes pass in this game already? Bro, I get lost in this game. Unfortunately, I lost most of my lionfish, so it is what it it is. What it is. A necklace received after helping out the dolphin couple. Okay, increases dash. That's pretty useful, actually. Cool. I can set up 2 charms, right? Do I have a third one? I think I do somewhere. What's this? Oh, I have pufferfish poison sacs here. What's Gold Bar do? Oh, I can sell this shit, bro. Okay, let's sell that. Oh. Sure, sell that. I didn't actually realize I could do that. Oops, I meant this on both. Anything else of value? I don't know if anything else is worth keeping. I'll just hold on to it rather. Let's go one more time to the deep, because I really want to find that tablet. Oh, there's a cookie cutter shark. I didn't know those were in this game. That's awesome. Oh, another cutscene. Love that. Oh, fuck. It's a blue whale. Or is that a humpback? That looks like a humpback. Is that a humpback or a blue whale? Oh, it is a humpback. Okay. That's cool. I can't keep up with him. I guess you're not supposed to. That's cool though. I was wondering if there's gonna be any whales in the game. In fact, there is. Is there even any reason to hold this? Does it put a fish to sleep? Is that what it does? Let me test it. Go to sleep. Nope. Oh, I need that. Got him. Bro, I hate the I wonder if I can probably bind controls, because I hate where the dash button is. It does not work for my big ass hand. Okay, another skull. Not this way. did see the buzzsaw shark there, which I'm not super worried about, but like I'd like to not deal with. Cool, we got around it pretty easily there. There's the barracuda. Don't want to deal with that either. I just want to not deal with these what's it, dangerous fish, you know? Oh, what's this? There's just a little area with this in it. Okay. I'll take it. Even the pufferfish. Get them out of here, you know? No need for that. Some air. Nice. Huh. Wonder the flask is. Oops, I did not mean to. Whatever, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I got rid of my dash thing, but it's fine. Probably would have done it anyway. I don't know if I'm supposed to go deeper. Probably. Kinda don't want to. I got my ass kicked down there last time. I've already gone this way, yeah. This way. I want to catch this thing because it's worth a lot. Fuck you. Damn, that thing did a lot of damage to me just there. Pop that. Okay. I think we do have to go further down, like I was referring to. I wish this light's battery wasn't so low. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Oh, what the fuck are you? It's an opah. It looks like a sunfish. This is the first time I've seen one in person. Maybe I can take a picture as a souvenir. Okay, sure. I was not able to. Well, oh shit, is that a megamouth? Oh wait, oh okay. Dude, it's gonna come back. Kinda got it. Bro, what? He's there. Okay. Cool, I got him. Terrible image, that's fun. That's fun. I'll pick up the second light, because the first one is going to run out. There's a megamouth. Did they attack in this game? They probably shouldn't. Oh, they do. Oh, what? He's trying to filter feed me. What? Did you see that shit? Bro, he's trying to suck me up. He's giving me that. Oh, wait, these things should not be able to bite you. Okay, that's fucking bull. Oh, I'm so mad. Alright. Well, that's that. I should have just left it be and kept on looking for the tablet. But it's okay. I really want to kill it. You know what? We're gonna call this a day on this. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Oh, let's do that. Do I have a full screen? Oh, there we are. There I am. Wow. I'm back. Oh, I sure got water. Okay, I'll be right back. One sec. Here I am. I am back. Hello, it is me. Hello, it is me. Alrighty. What do I want to do next? There's probably some stuff I can do. Thinking some politics stuff. One second though. Sorry. Damn, that view. My video I released only has 3 views. Sage. Big unfortunate. Oh, that reminds me. Since I said it here, check out my channel. Well, where am I? Here I am. Boom. Peep it. Now let's see. What do I want to go over? Yeah, let's talk about that. So I was looking at the 2024. Hold on, let me bring it up. There's a Wikipedia page for the 2024 elections that I like to go on every so often to check out who's there, because it shows you which candidates are officially declared. It's actually pretty useful. So you see here, Robert F. Kennedy, don't ask, Marianne Williamson, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Donald Trump, and this new guy, Asa Hutchinson. Now, if you're not familiar with him, he is the former governor of Arkansas. He's kind of a traditional, like, old school Republican, like a Reagan/Bush type Republican. And so I want to go over it a little bit. Question is, does he have a shot? And probably not. We'll start there. Probably not, but we can check him out. It's kind of interesting to look at him because he's trying to run like an old school Republican campaign here. Like he's trying to reject sort of this new deranged, like even more deranged anyway, Republican thing that like Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Donald Trump and all of them. If you look at everyone who's running, they're signaling very much so to the far right. Asa Hutchinson, however, is not doing that less. So talking less about the social issues. So yeah, let's watch.
Moshe rushed to his defense, but one is now speaking out. Donald Trump's potential rivals for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination of Moshe rushed to his defense, but one is now speaking out as he prepares to enter the race. Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Carl sat down with former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson.
When I spoke to you earlier this year, you said you were thinking about running for president. Have you made a decision? Are you running? I have made a decision, and my decision is I'm going to run for president of the United States. While the formal announcement will be later in April in Bentonville, I wanted to make clear that to you, Jonathan, I am going to be running. And the reason, as I've traveled the country for 6 months, I hear people talk about the leadership of our country, and I'm convinced that people want leaders that appeal to the best of America and not simply appeal to our worst instincts. And that inspires me when I see everyday Americans just saying, give us good leadership, give us common sense, consistent conservatism, and optimism about our great country. And that inspires me, and I believe I can be that kind of leader for the people of America. Now, you've got a lot of experience. You've been a prosecutor, you've been a member of Congress, you've been a governor, you've been the director of the DEA. But most people outside Arkansas don't know who you are. How do you break through? Well, a lot of hard work and good messaging, but I spent some time in Iowa, and I love the response that I get there. And so it's still about retail politics in many of these states. And also, this is one of the most unpredictable political environments that I've seen in my lifetime. And so my message of experience, of consistent conservatism, of hope for our future, and solving problems that face Americans, I think that resonates. And whenever I make the final announcement, I'll be everywhere, and I think it's a plan that can work in this environment. And how does the indictment of Donald Trump by the Manhattan DA change this race? Well, that adds to the unpredictability of it, and I think it's a sad day for America.
All right, before we talk about that, we can discuss what he said initially. Hey, what's up, Evan Yeager? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. I was just talking about a little bit of 2024. What's your stance on the Russia-Ukraine war? Well, of course, I'm in favor of the Ukrainian side because I'm not a fan of fascists. So I don't like Russia for that reason. Is there anything specific you're interested in? Honestly, I haven't been keeping up to date as much as I probably should. I should cover it on stream more, but good shit, yes sir. Yeah, I want to cover it more on stream. Obviously, it's a very important issue, and I do find foreign policy to be like one of the most underexplored parts of politics, really, especially in America. We never talk about foreign policy. In places like Europe, it's obviously more discussed, but in Europe, we never talk about it, or in America, we never talk about it. So I'd like to discuss it more. Well, yeah, definitely on Ukraine's side. I'm very much pro-NATO, or pro-Ukraine joining NATO. I'm not like a big fan of NATO necessarily, but it's better than the alternative. You know, like, for example, when Finland joined NATO, I was pretty happy about it just because, frankly, political alliances are going to exist whether NATO is formal or not. Finland is still going to be defended by the West, but them being part of NATO makes it less likely for them to actually be attacked, and it makes more of an obligation for them to be defended. So that's good. And NATO is obviously a primarily defensive alliance, So yeah, in that sense, the only silver lining here is Russia got exposed badly and nowhere near the USA's might. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a big fan of the US as a world police, if you will, but at the end of the day, the US will do infinitely better than Russia or China will on a world stage. So I'd rather them be the one who, you know, has influence in countries like Ukraine. Because obviously, if you're talking about China and Russia, you're talking about literal fascist countries, which is unfortunate. They're fascist dictatorships, essentially. Or at least Russia's fascist. You could certainly argue China's fascist. I'm a big fan of the USA as a nation state. I mean, I'm a fan of the US to an extent. I don't like our foreign policy because, a lot of what we do is like neo-colonialist stuff. Like debt trapping countries kind of, though it's not like we're the only one who does that. China does it more than, arguably more than us. And obviously we did some horrible things like the Iraq and Afghan war, which were, nation building. The way we're trying to do it doesn't really work. But in general, I like global cooperation, internationalism, stuff like that. So in some ways, I'm a fan of the U.S. So yeah. Is there anything there I said that you disagree with or agree with? Too much neocolonialism, I agree. Need to be multi-vector. What do you mean by multi-vector? I'm not actually sure. I'm curious what that means. Is that basically like international cooperation? Multi-vector. Let's see what we're talking about here. Multi-vector foreign policy. It's a math term, it seems like. Oh, okay, interesting. So it's basically just like diplomatic solutions between multiple sides, something like that. Open dialogue and better trade with foreign nations. Okay, less overthrowing of foreign governments and military intervention. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, basically, in my opinion, if you want to force your will on foreign nations, the best way to do it is through trade agreements and things like that. Like one really interesting example of this I heard. There used during the the 90s and the early 2000s when the ozone layer was being destroyed. There was a lot of discussion about how there were certain chemicals that were used in things such as antifreeze that were really negative to the environment. It was clear we really need to do something like immediately, otherwise the ozone was going to be degraded even further. And actually there was some I don't remember exactly how it worked, but there was basically a bunch of countries came together, including the United States and a lot of European countries, and they basically said if you don't ban the usage of these certain chemicals, we will block like isolate you from foreign trade, and it forced like the entire world to stop using these like really bad chemicals. So it's possible to force the will of countries in that way, which is really good because that means you don't need to send troops, you don't need to overthrow governments, you can just use economic will like power to force people to do the right thing. And you said, let's see, I'm from the post-Soviet space, but I've lived in the U.S. for 20 years. Oh, really? Where are you from? Are you with the name Jaeger? Are you German? Are you like East German? Kazakhstan. Oh, Kazakhstan's a really interesting country. I would love to visit Kazakhstan. How do you feel about Kazakhstan's foreign policy right now? I know that they've been kind of backing away from Russia a little bit because obviously you said you live in the United States, so maybe you're not as familiar as you would be if you lived there. But my understanding is they're backing away from Russia because obviously Russia is kind of overextending themselves and Kazakhstan doesn't want to get involved with that. Very good. Okay. Yeah, do you have any opinions on that? Kazakhstan's a really interesting country. I find Central Asia to be a really underrated part of the world. Where do you live now? Do you live in Europe or the United States or Canada? I would imagine probably Europe, right? Because there's not that many Kazakhs in America. But maybe you do. That's a lot of stuff I said, sorry. Yeah, that makes sense. They're backing away, but they won't outright condemn Russia because they don't want to lose their biggest trading partner. Is Putin trying to Oh, you live in New Jersey. That's cool. That's not too far away from me. I live in Rhode Island. I'm curious then. What's it called? Do you know anything about it? If Putin is like what's it called? Trying to use economic power to force Kazakhstan more close to them. I don't really know much about the situation, to be honest. I really need to do more listening to or like reading into foreign policy. There's this YouTube channel I like that does a lot of really good work on foreign policy. Let me find it. If you're not familiar, you seem to be someone who's interested in foreign policy, so maybe you know this channel if you spend a lot of time in like online politics spaces. But the Caspian Report, it's great. They do all sorts of really cool videos. They probably have some on Kazakhstan. Here, I'll put it in the chat. I love this channel. I wonder if they have anything on Kazakhstan. Let me see. That'd be cool. They have something on the middle corridor. Corridor, rather. Excuse me. That's interesting. Is this a Belt and Road Initiative type thing? Interesting. Let's check it out. I watched at least part of this video.
Its lawmakers are skeptical. This railway going across Baku, Azerbaijan, is the only east-west land transit route by which goods from China and Central Asia can transit to Europe without going through pariah states like Iran or Russia. It's called the Middle Corridor, and it is revolutionizing global trade. The conflict in Ukraine has disrupted supply chains, generated food shortages, and sent commodity prices soaring. But despite the turmoil, geo-economic forces continue to pull Europe and Asia together. China's plan to develop a trade corridor through Russia is up in smoke, while Iran's rogue policymaking terrifies foreign investors. Now, the alternative...
Kazakhstan has helped Ukraine with humanitarian aid and publicly said they won't recognize breakaway regions in Donetsk and Luhansk. That's really cool.
The Middle Corridor is gaining steam, running from China through Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, across the Caspian Sea through Azerbaijan and Georgia before connecting to Europe.
I would love it if Kazakhstan became more close to Europe. Obviously, that's incredibly difficult for them simply because of where they are geographically, you know, in between Russia and China. And I guess to a lesser extent Iran. I don't know how much that influences them, but certainly China and Russia, it makes it really difficult, obviously, for them to, you know, become closer to the to Europe, because that'd be a big threat to both those countries. What do you think the chances of that are? Probably very unlikely, unless China or Russia liberalize, which is not going to happen. Maybe it's possible. Hard to say.
Via Turkish railways and ports, the Middle Corridor provides the shortest overland route from Asia to Europe. Cargo volumes have grown sixfold in 2022, and this is just the beginning. Corridors take time to grow in capacity, much like old men planting trees whose shade they know they will never sit in. Today's video is sponsored by Masterworks. While media outlets focus on raw shipping along the Middle Corridor, elsewhere, energy and housing prices are punching historic highs. As a result, stocks and bonds have lost anywhere from 15 to 25% in 2022. Now, McKinsey reports the biggest institutions are putting 30 to 50% of their assets into alternatives. That's where our sponsor Masterworks comes in. Fine art in particular is an alternative asset for which major banks already offer advisory services for. But thanks to Masterworks, hundreds of you have...
Oh, really? That's interesting. Does Kazakhstan have significant oil or natural gas deposits? Actually, that does make sense, because I know there's a lot of, in Central Asia and Afghanistan and that area, there's a ton of natural resources, so that actually makes sense to me.
Been doing that all year. Masterworks buys paintings like Picasso's files.
Is there a mountainous part of Kazakhstan? Like maybe like the southwest or something? Because if there are, there would make sense there'd be a lot of natural resources. I don't know much about Kazakhstan.
With the SEC and splits them into shares. You're investing in real physical paintings, and all filings are linked in the description. We've talked about Masterworks for over a year. Hundreds of you are 8 million capture and the Middle East with special access. Turkey stands at
the Altai Mountains. That's right.
The geographic nexus of Europe, Russia, Central Asia, and the Middle East.
That's in the northwest, right? Like over here. Wait, this is the south. Up here, right?
Therefore, align its interests with wider geopolitical trends, seizing opportunities as they come. Recently, this tendency has driven Ankara to integrate with China's Belt and Road Initiative. Stands at the geographic nexus of Europe, Russia, Central Asia, and the Middle East. It must have special access. Turkey stands at the geographic nexus of Europe, Russia, Central Asia, and the Middle East. It must therefore align its interests with wider geopolitical trends, seizing opportunities as they come. Recently, this tendency has driven Ankara to integrate with China's Belt and Road Initiative.
Turkey is a really interesting country.
I
wonder if Turkey could have a lot of influence in Central Asia, actually. Because obviously there's those there's the Turkic influence, like association there. Some cultural similarities and geographically fairly similar, so I wonder. He'll probably talk about that in this video.
Natural ties have deepened.
I wouldn't be shocked if like the Central Asian countries and Turkey like form some sort of like organization. They probably have plenty of organizations already, but
so much so that in 2015, Turkey and China agreed to harmonize their
It's a very rapidly developing country and forward-thinking.
Infrastructure developments along a shared path. This emphasis has given life to several megaprojects. These include the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars Railway, which opened in 2017, replacing defunct Soviet-era lines running through Armenia. This complemented the earlier Trans-Kazakhstan Rail, which shaved 1,000 kilometers off the east-west transit route.
Yeah, I know some of the Central Asian countries are pretty close. I know there's a lot of conflict there too, like between Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan, just because of a lot of ethnic enclaves and exclaves and just weird borders, which are from the post-Soviet era, of course. Like I know, isn't it like there's like a large amount of ethnic Uzbekis in Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, in specifically valuable areas or something like that. And I know that was like I've heard some talk about how like Stalin purposely messed with like ethnic borders to cause conflict between these countries and make them more subservient to Russia and like within their sphere. Because if they're fighting amongst each other, it's harder to get out of Russia's sphere.
In doing so, the Middle Corridor became the shortest cross-Eurasian rail link, bolstering Ankara's 2017, replacing defunct Soviet-era lines running through Armenia. This aimed to harmonize their infrastructure developments along a shared path.
Okay.
This emphasis has given life to several megaprojects. These include the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars Railway, which opened in 2017, replacing defunct Soviet-era lines running through Armenia. This complemented the earlier Trans-Kazakhstan rail.
That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. They're going around Armenia, which makes sense from Azerbaijani and Turkish goals. Makes sense around based on that rather.
Shaved 1,000 kilometers off the east-west transit route. In doing so, the Middle Corridor became the shortest cross-Eurasian rail link, bolstering Ankara's plan to become a hub for containerized freight between China and the European Union. For Beijing, the project allows for trade route diversification. China's political and economic stability depends on international trade, but its overland route through Russia and its maritime route through Malacca are prone to disruptions. The Middle Corridor bypasses high-risk areas like Iran, Afghanistan, Russia, but also choke points like Malacca, Sunda, and Lombok. The corridor is thus crucial to Beijing's diversification of its geo-economic portfolio. China therefore seeks to complete the project by building a railway from Kars to Edirne on the European side of the Bosporus via the Yafu Sultan Selim Bridge and the Marmaray Tunnel. And by connecting to the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars Railway, the Middle Corridor shaves 7,000 kilometers off the route, reducing travel times from 2 months to...
Turks claim Azerbaijan, like the very strategical trade with China. Okay. What do you mean by Turks claim Azerbaijan like the very strategical trade with China? Could you elaborate on that? I'm curious what you mean. Are talking about? I know like aren't Turkey and Azerbaijan pretty close because they both have issues with Armenia because there's obviously like ethnic Armenians kind of in both countries or at least regions that were historically Armenian. I don't know a ton about this region. I just know a small amount.
2 weeks. Moreover, the number of passengers is projected to grow from 1 million to 3 million people.
And welcome to my chat, by the way. I didn't say hi. Sarah Vera, is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic, so I'm not great at saying things. So let me know if I pronounce that correctly. Welcome to the chat either way. The common enemy should be Russia, which is obviously historical, the colonizer and the oppressor. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. We're watching this interesting video. I'm going to put the link in chat again. This is actually talking about Chinese sort of Belt and Road Initiative type stuff. It's really interesting. I really love this channel. I believe it's actually made by an Azerbaijani guy. I could be wrong about that.
Ground cargo volumes will increase from 6 million to 15 million tons. By 2034, the corridor will form the central arm of what Beijing calls its Iron Silk Road. Turkey has also stepped up investment.
I think there are clashes between Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, and there's beef between oh my god, these countries are so hard to say. Azerbaijan and Armenia. Yeah, it's unfortunate there's so much ethnic tension. Like I was saying, because of the and this has to do with colonial relationships, just like Sarah Vera was talking about. Stalin really liked messing with ethnic borders to keep people sort of under the boot of Russia. It would be a shame if there was territorial disputes. They should. Okay, yeah. Whoops. Oh, I already read that. Whoops.
Infrastructure. This includes a $3.8 billion upgrade at Mersin, an $870 million upgrade at Filyos, and a $1.2 billion upgrade at Izmir, while in 2015, a Chinese consortium purchased a 2/3 stake in the Pomp terminal for $1 billion. For Ankara, the goal is to advance as the chief Mediterranean shipping outlet. Meanwhile, on the European side, Turkey's importance has grown due to the Southern Gas Corridor, a pipeline running across its territory from Azerbaijan to Italy via Georgia, Greece, and Albania. In July 2022, Baku and Brussels agreed to double Azerbaijani natural gas capacity by 2027. Still later, Baku signed a deal on an underwater electric cable under the Black Sea to deliver Azerbaijani wind and solar energy to Europe. Brussels is also interested in Kazakhstan's rare earth deposits, which are vital for the transition to renewable technologies. In this way, Turkey seeks to make itself indispensable to China on the one side and Europe on the other. But until recently, the Middle Corridor was considered a footnote to Eurasian geoeconomics. Its multi-module combination of sea and rail transport was seen as inefficient against the straightforward rail line of Russia's northern corridor. Moreover, Central Asian
I think they're now going to talk about the Ukraine war.
States like Kazakhstan were concerned that undermining Russian influence would generate blowback. So until recently, there wasn't much movement along the Middle Corridor. But following sanctions related to Russia's annexation of Crimea, Central Asia began reorienting itself away from Moscow. Moscow. The 2018 Caspian Sea Border Treaty removed an impediment to regional integration, and combined with new infrastructures, trade volumes through the corridor began to increase, rising 50% from 2020 to 2021. Danish shipping company Maersk, Finnish company Nurminen Logistics, Dutch logistics provider Railbridge Cargo, French logistics firm Cefa Logistics, and Azerbaijan's Adi Container, and several Chinese firms have all begun using the middle corridor. Russia's war in Ukraine has accelerated this trend. Almost all trade flows between Russia and Europe have been affected, with shipments along the northern corridor down 40%. Beyond the unprecedented sanctions affecting Russia's European trade, its actions in Ukraine have made it an unreliable partner. The thing is, in business, states can forgive immoral behavior but are less tolerant of unpredictability. Since the Ukraine war, the middle corridor has scooped up 1/3 of the northern corridor's trade, and output is set to increase sixfold in 2022 against the 2021 statistics, amounting to 3.2 million tons of cargo. Ankara has also leveraged its soft power to make inroads in Central Asia, signing new strategic partnerships with Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. It has also expanded the responsibilities of the Organization of Turkic States, which, besides Turkey, includes Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan, as well as Turkmenistan and Hungary as observers. The nations partaking in the middle corridor are also strengthening connectivity, adding new ports, ferries, trains, and developing integrated customs and border management, regulations, and technical standards. Key to the success of the middle corridor is the Caspian Sea and the relationship between Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan. Both states have upgraded and expanded their seaports, there are new airports and railways in place, and both nations are expanding their fleet of cargo ships to manage the increase in shipping. Constructing a railway across the Caspian Sea is technically possible, but Moscow and Tehran have legal veto rights over such projects, so the middle corridor is likely to remain confined to multimodality. Other complications are to be found in Turkmenistan.
I wonder why they have veto rights. Is that just because there's technically international water in the middle of the Caspian? Let me see. I don't think there is, actually. Hold on. I'm gonna try and find a map of Kazakhstan or Caspian territorial waters. It's actually really interesting. Yeah, here it is. I know that let's see, but it wouldn't go through that. I wonder why they have veto rights. That's interesting. Fascinating. Anyway, back to the video. Oh, where is it? Did I close it? What? Fuck. Bring it back.
Its lawmakers are skeptical that the planned railway through its territory will bring economic benefits, as the design suggests its primary goal is merely to connect the Chinese hub of Kashgar to more lucrative markets. So the route going through Kazakhstan remains the most feasible. Besides infrastructure shortcomings, regional tensions could also derail the project. The ongoing conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan is one of them. Since the 2020 war,
Turks should definitely take the land of Armenia for geopolitics, and China is the biggest weapon power after America. Yep, especially for warplanes. Sorry, I'll talk into my mic. Whoops. It is valuable to Turkey for root technology, and Turkey will do everything for Georgia's entry into NATO. It would be really hard for Georgia to enter NATO, though, just because obviously, technically they don't meet the qualifications right now, because obviously there's a conflict within their borders, which makes that illegal, or not illegal. That just disqualifies them from NATO entry. They would need to deal with the separatist groups that are funded by Russia in the north and center parts of the country to do that. And Turkey should definitely take land from Armenia for geopolitics. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen though, because I would imagine that Armenia is probably slightly more democratic than Turkey. Neither of them are super democratic, but I'd rather the borders not change too much around there. Obviously, the borders in that region of the world in the Caucasus are pretty messed up.
Policymakers have suggested reopening Soviet-era rail lines and ending the blockade with Turkey. Armenian officials suggest this could raise their country's GDP by 1/3 within 2 years, but this would require Armenia to renounce territorial claims against Azerbaijan. Still more, there are concerns that a potential rail line through the Zengezur corridor to Nakhchivan could cut Armenia off from Iran. Likewise, Iranian officials are anxious about separatism in its ethnic majority Azerbaijani regions, also named Azerbaijan. As such, Tehran opposes the Zengezur corridor as it could strengthen Baku's influence among Iranian Azerbaijanis. So yeah, the middle corridor has complications. The primary route through Georgia has its own bag of problems. Fearing being sidelined from regional trade, Russia could push its separatist allies in Abkhazia, South Ossetia, and Karabakh to stir disquiet along the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars railway. Finally, Beijing is concerned that Ankara's emphasis on Turkic integration could aggravate separatism amongst ethnic Uyghurs in Xinjiang, whose treatment has caused tension in the past. Still, business comes first, and China is Turkey's second largest trading partner, with bilateral trade rising from $1 billion in 2001 to $36 billion in 2021. There are now more than 1,200 Chinese companies operating in Turkey, with Chinese direct investment in the country totaling $4 billion. So, for the moment, pragmatism has won out. All up, the middle corridor could transform the geo-economic architecture of Eurasia. It brings the European Union closer to the Caucasus, Central Asia, and China, boosting Turkey's regional profile in the process. Yet, the project's success will largely depend on a lack of viable alternatives, and geopolitical instability along the middle corridor, especially from regional powers poised to lose out, could dampen its appeal. Wealth and prosperity can bring people together, but it is wise never to underestimate the other side's greed. I've been your host, Shirvan, from Caspian Report. Special thanks.
Yeah, Central Asia is super important right now, especially with Belt and Road Initiative stuff with China. And apparently, I guess it's important for European trade maybe too. Obviously, Russia has a lot of influence in Central Asia. It's kind of a battle between those two. The Americans said to us that if we gave you nuclear weapons in the Cuban crisis, they said you would use them against the Soviets. And secondly, the Americans want us to join the Korean War in 1950 in return for our entry into NATO. Where are you from? From which perspective are you talking about here? Are you Turkish? I don't know much about this. I'm wondering what perspective you're actually speaking to. Turkey accepting these in returns for joining NATO. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Obviously, during the Cold War, Turkey had a really strategically important. They're still extremely strategically important. Turkey's one of the most, I guess, strategically important countries in the world, just simply because of where they are, for trade reasons. Yeah, just very central. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, during the Cold War, rather, they were obviously very important as well because of the ability to put nuclear warheads in that close to the Soviet Union was crazy, vital for U.S. foreign policy. It's an interesting topic. I wish I honestly knew more about it. Cuban Missile Crisis is interesting as well, like you were talking about. I didn't realize that Turkey was in the Korean War. I'm going to look it up. Okay, here we are. Yeah. Interesting. Here's all the belligerents. Oop. Oh, okay. Huh. I wish there was more said about this. Yeah, this is kind of similar to what you were saying. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to the Caspian Report. This is a fantastic channel. And they said send weapons to Ukraine. We sent a drone, and more importantly, we made a base for the American soldiers in the Syria, Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan operations before we fought against the then Yugoslavia war, Bosnia crisis, and Kosovo crisis. Yeah, makes sense. Obviously, Turkey is a very important military ally to the United States. One of the, probably our most stable ally in the Middle East, except for and probably our closest ally, except for maybe Israel in that region. So, though it's interesting though, because Turkey and the U.S. obviously have a lot of very different geopolitical interests. Like obviously, America is incredibly Kurdish rather. We probably would like an independent Kurdish state in northern Syria and Iraq, where, of course, Turkey does not want that because, of course, they have Turkish majority regions in the in the east of the country that they don't want to break off. So, yeah, it's an interesting topic. Foreign policy is very important and under-discussed in America, unfortunately. We're always talking about domestic issues in America, where in places like Europe, they're talking a lot more about foreign policy because it's a lot more important when Russia's on your border. You know, it makes sense that a country like, I don't know, Latvia would be more interested in geopolitics. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to go back to this video that I was discussing.
That we have a former president that's indicted.
But yeah, if you're, I should say, feel free to subscribe if you're, or not subscribe, follow if you're interested in any of what I'm discussing, because I'd love to talk more about politics, especially geopolitics in the future. But yeah, I'm going to go back to talking about the 2024 election, in the U.S. election, just because I was quickly going to go over it.
So it's a great distraction, but at the same time, we can't set aside.
Is that picking up? My cat's meowing in the background. wants attention.
what our Constitution requires, which is electing a new leader for our country.
Oh yeah, let's go back to the beginning of this video because I forget what I was talking about.
Presidential nomination of Moshe rushed to his defense, but one is now speaking out as he prepares to enter the race. Chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Carl sat down with former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson.
When I spoke to you earlier this year, you said you were thinking about running for president. Have you made a decision? Are you running? I have made a decision, and my decision is I'm going to run for president of the United States. While the formal announcement will be.
Yeah, obviously Turkey's geopolitical interests are not 100% aligned with America, so they have to bounce off of us and Russia and China. So it's really interesting. Like it was saying in that Caspian report video I was just playing. Turkey is trying to delicately balance their alignment with Europe and their alignment with China, which is really interesting. Obviously, they're such an important location in the world for trade routes, and just because they're very close to the Middle East, it makes it so other countries kind of have to listen to them more than if they were in another spot. It's really interesting. It kind of reminds me of at one point for one of my history classes, I was in an African history class and we were talking about Egypt. Obviously, Egypt has this was it the Sinai, was it the canal, and was it? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, they were able to bounce themselves off the Soviets and the Americans just because that trade route was so important for European trade that they were able to basically position themselves in between. Pretty interesting stuff. I didn't explain that great, but it is what it is.
Later in April in Bentonville, I wanted to make clear that to you, Jonathan, I am going to be running. And the reason, as I've traveled the country for 6 months, I hear people talk about the leadership of our country. And I'm convinced that people want leaders that appeal to the best of America and not simply appeal to our worst instincts. And that inspires me when I see everyday Americans just saying, give us good leadership, give us common sense, consistent conservatism, and optimism about our great country. And that inspires me, and I believe I can be that kind of leader for the people of America. Now, you've got a lot of experience. You've been a prosecutor.
It's really interesting. This guy, Asa Hutchinson, this guy's the former governor of Arkansas. He was also appointed to, I think, the DEA by Reagan in the 90s. Like, this guy's like an old school Republican. It's not really a type of guy that exists very much in modern modern American politics, but modern Republican politics. Let me look up specifically his history here. He's an odd guy just because, like, he's kind of a fossil, you know? Like, they don't really exist like this anymore in this country. Let's see. Where was he before? Here it is. Is this what I'm looking for? No. I saw it here earlier because I was looking through it. Yeah, he was, yeah, he was DEA rather. I said DSA, Jesus. DEA under George Bush. Before that, he was appointed by something by Reagan. Well, what was it? What was it? I remember seeing something. Oh, I guess this. He was a United States attorney under Reagan, and then he was the DEA under Bush. So yeah, there's not much of an appetite for this type of guy in the Republican Party anymore. So I thought it was really interesting he's trying to run. I don't think he's gonna get any support whatsoever.
You've been a member of Congress, you've been a governor, you've been the director of the DEA. But most people outside Arkansas don't know who you are. How do you break through? Well, a lot of hard work and good messaging, but I spent some time in Iowa, and I love the response that I get there. And so it's still about retail politics in many of these states. And also, this is one of the most unpredictable political environments that I've seen in my lifetime. And so my message of experience, of consistent conservatism, of hope for our future, and solving problems that face Americans, I think that resonates. And whenever I make the final announcement, I'll be everywhere, and I think it's a plan that can work in this environment. And how does the indictment of Donald Trump by the Manhattan DA change this race? Well, that adds to the unpredictability of it. And I think it's a sad day for America that we have a former president that's indicted. And so it's a great distraction.
That's interesting. He kind of has to, I don't think this guy wants to align himself with Trump, but he kind of has to bounce off the fact that Trump is very popular in the party. So he can't just say, I support the indictment of Trump. He has to say, oh, this is disappointing. So it's kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a really hard line for this guy to try and play or try and, follow. He's not. No one knows who he is anyway. He's not going anywhere. But
at the same time, we can't set aside what our Constitution requires, which is electing a new leader for our country, just because we have this side controversy and criminal charges that are pending. And the American people are going to have to separate what the ideas are for our future. Going to talk about border security and the economy. We have to talk about those. We have to talk about the leadership of America in the world whenever you have Russia and China taking advantage of any weakness that America shows. So we can't be sidetracked for a year and a half.
You suggested recently that if Trump were to get indicted, that he should drop out of the race. Do you believe that now that he's been indicted, should he drop out?
Well, I do. First of all, the office is more important than any individual person. And so for the sake of the office of the presidency, I do think that's too much of a sideshow and distraction, and he needs to be able to concentrate.
China says Turkey does not recognize Turkey. What? Yeah, I don't know a ton about any of that stuff.
On his due process, and there is a presumption of innocence. But the second reason is, throughout my 8 years as governor and as a political leader, I've always said that the people don't have to step aside from public office if they're under investigation. But if it reaches the point of criminal charges that have to be answered, the office is always more important than a person.
And he should step aside and no longer run.
Well, he should, but at the same time, we know he's not. And there's not any constitutional requirement. And so he's going to pursue, and I understand that, but I stated my principles and belief and how I think it should be handled. But he's going to proceed on, and so he's going to be a candidate. And I think ultimately the voters are going to have to decide this.
Do you trust this process?
This is an interesting line he's trying to run. Obviously, like I said, this guy's a pretty old school Republican. He's actually from the era, pre-Clinton era of Arkansas politics, where it was actually a solidly Democrat state for a while, a Democratic state. Only really during Bush and onward did the state move more right wing. So he kind of came up in a period of being part of like a swing state or even a Democratic state. So he had to be able to work under those parameters. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. You wouldn't expect a guy like that to be from Arkansas, but that's just because he's an older politician at this point. But I don't know. I just don't think there's any appetite for him at all. It'll be interesting to see if he continues to kind of skirt around social issues, because that's something that's very important in the Republican base. They're pretty rabid about that shit, honestly. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
In New York, do you think he can get a fair trial, a fair hearing in New York?
Well, the important thing is that the grand jury found probable cause. And that's the standard for any criminal charges in our society. And then the presumption of innocence follows you. And then there's a trial and the determination of guilt or innocence. That's the American system. We don't want to erode confidence in our entire criminal justice system simply because we don't like the beginning parts of the case.
What about the fundamentals of the case? Put aside the legal issues here. The idea of hush money for a porn star to conceal an alleged affair. Does some of this end up making the evangelical voters who supported Trump so strongly in the past think twice about supporting him again?
Well, let's look at the three different investigations. One is the hush money out of New York. Secondly, it is the request and pressure for votes out of Georgia. And the third one, of course, is the mishandling of classified documents in Mar-a-Lago. Those are three very serious investigations. You might say one of them doesn't showcase anything, but when you look at all three of them combined, it should give Americans pause. When you ask about the evangelical community, I'm part of that. Yeah. And I believe that the evangelical community understands that we need to have a leader that can distance themselves from some of the bad instincts that drive Mr. Trump. And I hope that we can do that in the future.
You recently said that your lane is the non-Trump lane as opposed to the anti-Trump lane. What do you mean by that?
Well, that means that I'm providing an alternative to the former President Donald Trump.
Yeah,
when I say non-Trump,
I mean, it's very clear what he's doing. He needs those voters who are pro-Trump, so he's trying his best not to, rustle any feathers there. That's not going to work, though.
I want to be able to speak to the Trump voters. I want to be able to speak to all of the party and say, this is the leadership that I want to provide. And I think that we need to have border security.
You're
I think we need
20
to
years too late, bro.
We need to spend less at the federal level. These are the values that I represent.
Sorry.
Chris Christie, speaking in New Hampshire recently, said that the key is Republicans need to be fearless in taking on Donald Trump. That does not seem to be the case. I mean, look at how candidates and potential candidates have reacted to the indictment. They've rallied to Trump's defense effectively.
I know there's going to be some that say I should be tougher on the prosecutor. I should be tougher on the unfairness of this. I've expressed my view that I wouldn't bring those charges if I was a prosecutor. But let's let the system work. And what I don't want to do as a leader is to undermine everything that is good about America, which is our criminal justice system. That's what sets us apart.
There are a lot of Republicans attacking that judicial system and that legal system right now.
And I'm different.
If Donald Trump manages to win the nomination again, becomes the Republican candidate for president, will you support him?
I'm running because I believe that I am the right time for America, the right candidate for our country and its future. And I shouldn't hinge upon anything else.
But you couldn't see yourself supporting Trump again?
I don't believe he should be the next leader of our country.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thank you.
Interesting. I had one more video from As I Wanted to See, just because I kind of want to get a good understanding of him as a figure, as a potential presidential figure. So there's this.
Asa Hutchinson, the former governor of Arkansas, just announced that he's running for president in 2024. He's a Republican with a long history in politics, but he has less name recognition than some of the other potential Republican hopefuls. To learn more about him, I spoke with Monica Potts, a senior politics reporter at 538 who's based in Arkansas. Tell me about Asa Hutchinson. Where is he from, and what's his backstory?
So Asa Hutchinson is from Arkansas. He got started in 1982 when Ronald Reagan appointed him to be the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Arkansas. At the time, it was reported that he was the youngest district attorney in the United States, and he really made his name in that role.
Hutchinson first reached national prominence while prosecuting a white supremacist group in the Ozarks. He
That's
became
good.
a U.S. congressman for Arkansas and was a House manager for the impeachment trial of former President Bill Clinton.
I think that you can see that there was an intent to make sure that Michael Lewinsky was taken care of. Again, she was on board, part of the team, before she actually would have to give testimony, or the president would have to give testimony.
During George W. Bush's administration, he served as the director of the Drug Enforcement Agency, and then became the
Hate that.
Undersecretary for Border and Transportation Security.
The Bush administration was very bad about, like, the DEA was a horrible organization, so that's like a big strike against Asa, in my opinion. You know, there was a lot of horrible, like, treatment of people who smoked marijuana, for example. It was a tough on crime stance that just simply did not work, so I do not like that.
The Department of Homeland Security. Most recently, he served 2 terms as governor of Arkansas.
He's a very old school Chamber of Commerce, pro-business politician, and he cut
That's cringe.
taxes in the state. He touts a lot of efforts to bring more jobs here. That's one
Tax
of his
cuts,
selling
cringe.
points. But he's also very conservative culturally. He signed a Roe v. Wade trigger law. It was one of the strictest in the country that immediately banned
Horrible.
abortion when Roe v. Wade was overturned last year.
While he's broadly conservative, Hutchinson has veered from the Republican Party line at times. He signed a law banning transgender youth in certain sports, but also vetoed one that would ban gender-affirming care for minors.
That one's
Though state
interesting
legislature-
right there. It shows that he's not quite as far right as a lot of Republicans. Like, maybe instead of being like 100% evil, he's only 90% evil. I don't know, something like that.
He wrote his veto and passed the law anyway. Who does he see as his base?
He thinks that he could appeal to more moderate voters in states like California and on the coast. And he said, according to the LA Times on a visit
He
to
certainly
Republicans,
cannot.
that the Republican Party can't just be a middle America party, that it has to appeal to those more moderate suburban voters.
Maybe he can appeal to some Californians, but it's not enough to actually mean anything. Maybe in the primaries, but probably not. It's not like anyone knows who he is anyway, so it's like, what's it gonna do for you? What'd you say in chat? You said more about Turkey. I don't think there's any chance that America drops a nuclear bomb on China.
He came up in Arkansas politics at a time when Republicans were really in a very small minority and Democrats were really around the state. So he feels like he knows how to compromise when it's necessary. He knows how to find middle.
Why would China and America work together to capture the Pacific? That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like these two countries have a huge amount of disagreement. I don't know.
the ground when it's necessary. At least that's how he's going to sell himself.
Hutchinson voted for Donald Trump in both 2016 and 2020, but more recently, he's been critical of the former president.
I do not believe that Donald Trump should be the next president of the United States. I think he's had his opportunity there. I think January 6th really disqualifies him for the future.
On the day of Trump's indictment in the Stormy Daniels case, Hutchinson reiterated that Trump should not be president, but also said it is essential that the decision on America's next president be made at the ballot box and not in the court system. There's been very little polling on Hutchinson's chances against some of the big frontrunners in the Republican primary, but so far, he's trailing considerably.
I think he has almost no name recognition among Republican primary voters. That's going to be a challenge for him. In addition to that, he is going to face challenges because he's challenged Trump. You know, he said that he shouldn't be the next president, and the Republican primary voter, on average, is still a big fan of Trump. So that's going to be a kind of a fine needle to thread as well, I think.
Alright, so basically what I got from those videos is that this guy is kind of an old school Republican, so maybe instead of, being like an adrenochrome drinking psychopath, he's just like a really, really annoying warhawk type guy. So he's not as evil. Not good, though. Do not vote for this man. It's interesting, though. I really don't think his approach is going to work. Like, he really thinks he can appeal to moderates. Frankly, there just aren't that many moderates. Moderates just don't vote in general. Usually, like, in American politics right now, there's really two sides. It's Democrats and Republicans, and then there's a lot of disaffected people who simply don't vote. And it's really hard to pull voters away from either side simply because even if you have a Democratic voter who, say, likes a Republican, they're not going to vote for that Republican because they understand that if you don't vote on party lines, then you're harming the possibility for Democratic legislation to pass. So there's no chance he can pull away Democrats. And as far as moderates go, I don't know. There just aren't that many in America right now. It's not like when he came up in politics when there was a huge gulf of undecided voters and a small amount on each side, and people kind of flip-flopped. That's kind of what it was like during Reagan. If Reagan was president right now, or if was active in politics right now instead of, he's dead now, but if he was active and running for president, he would not have won in the landslide he won in the past, simply because there's people don't flip sides in the way they used to. You mostly have your base and you're trying to energize it. That's how it works. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna call it here. I think that's a decent amount of streaming. I streamed for about 2 hours, so I'm gonna call it. If you're interested in politics, please check out my YouTube channel. Let me show you. I have 2 new videos. I just started uploading stuff. Come on, these views are pitiful. Help me out a little bit. Come on now. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Otherwise, yeah, follow me on Twitch. And other than that, take it easy. How do I... Wait, where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, that's not right. Here it is. Alright. Take it easy.